It is Friday the 20th of November, that's what the month is. And yeah, today's a behind the scenes vlog. So I'm just going to show you how I make the vlog. And yeah, so first things first, where does it all start off at as the setup? Can't make the vlog without it. So, I'll just show you the whole setup. The tripod that I usually put the camera on is there. It's a very simple one. You could buy it for about £1 at the pound shop. Actually though, this one is actually from the pound shop, but it's better for projects that require a bigger camera than this, because it's not as good. But yeah, this tripod is what I use. I then use this as the key light, which lights up my face, and it's quite powerful, but it's not as powerful as the backlight, which lights up the back of the screen so you can barely see shadows that form behind. So yeah, this is very powerful, but it only works at shallow range. If you go anywhere around it, it doesn't really work that well. So yeah, I'm just going to put the camera down because it's really all you need to know about that part, the lighting and setup. So just twist the camera around the tripod, which takes its time, don't worry. There we go. So yeah, now it's on the tripod in its position. I'm going to turn on the key light and turn on the backlight. And there we go, we are ready to record some vlog in action. This vlog is going to be of a Spectre movie review, and yeah, I'm just going to show you all the behind the scenes of it. So pretty much how I think of the ideas for the reviews, it's mostly improvised. I have what I'm going to say, I know what I'm going to say pretty much, but it's just the order that I'll say it is unpredictable and I can forget a few things. I don't have a script I work from, and the usual length of a recording session for a review is about 6 minutes. I cut out quite a bit, but yeah, usually for an actual vlog it's at least 10 minutes long, and I cut that down to about 9 minutes on average, so that's about at least 2 minutes of footage I cut off. So that I'll show you that in editing, but the most important part right now is filming the vlog, so yeah. Okay, so just going to show you a few tips of how I've talked for the vlogs. This is the most major thing I learned. While editing, it is so much easier to do a countdown on when your shot is going to begin, like this. That failed. Hello Matt, it is Friday 20th of November. When I do that, it may seem a bit redundant at first, but for the first like 9 months that I wasn't using the countdown, it made editing take a lot longer because I needed to find exactly when I started talking. Since I started doing this, as soon as I put my hand down, I just start to cut, or start to shot, so it saves a lot of time in editing. Other tips I use is thinking a lot. I usually leave a lot of space in between shots so I can think about what I'm going to say next. They may be improvised, but at least think about what I'm going to say. Usually the breaks are about 10 seconds, but they can be as long as a minute long, and yeah, think about what I'm going to say in those. And then there's the usual things of speaking loudly and clearly and looking at the camera. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And the only other technique that I forgot, looking at my hair. I got a lot more, what's the word for it? I'm lost for words in the last 2 days. Self-aware, that's it. Since my vlog in February, in which my hair was like 3 strands or something, I've started actually looking at it, looking to see if I am presentable in the mirror here. And yeah, currently I am. So yeah, let's start the Spectre review. Okay, so I'm going to do that technique right now. Okay, and I'm going to start talking about Spectre right now. Okay, so Spectre is the latest Bond movie, and it stars Daniel Craig yet again. And this time he is following M's last words to track down and kill a convicted criminal, and that leads him on an investigation to find the overlord of the criminals in the Daniel Craig era of Bond. Okay, so the characters in Spectre. New characters include the villain, who is Blofeld, who is actually a younger version of the one from the earlier Bond films, I think. And what is a Bond film without action? So yeah, action in this Bond film is really good, I think. 9 out of 10. Okay, so yeah, the rating system for movies is something I've thought I'd touch upon. The rating system kind of fluctuates. It's kind of based on nostalgic opinions and real movie opinions. If I didn't have as much nostalgia for like Chamber of Secrets, I wouldn't have gave it like a 10 out of 10, I think I did. Or movies like Shrek. Pretty much any Pixar DreamWorks movie I'll have a bit of nostalgia for, really, so I'll give it a high rating. Apart from Shrek 3, which is the one I reviewed yesterday. But yeah, I'm more than likely to give them a high rating. But there are other movies that I've seen quite recently and I don't have a nostalgic rating for, and those I think are the best movies I review, because I don't have nostalgia clouding my judgment. So yeah, I know it's a bit weird seeing from the start to now. Movies like Kung Fu Panda 2 have been rated higher than Citizen Kane. I apologise, but yeah, I'd say if I was to review it now, I'd probably say Citizen Kane would be a 10 out of 10 rather than a 9. But yeah, quite a few of the movies ratings are biased and might have changed if I reviewed them now, but either way, I think it's kind of solid, the rating system. And the last little point before I get onto the editing is how long does it take to make a vlog? On average, it takes me about an hour and a quarter. This one might take a bit longer, and other vlogs as well, like punishment vlogs. The FIFA punishment vlog especially, that one took its time. There are a few other vlogs. The Wembley vlog, that was about 4 hours. There are quite a few vlogs that took quite a bit more time to edit, but vlogs that I had only an hour and a quarter to get out, I got them out in that time. I could potentially do it in like 50 minutes if I recorded in the lowest quality and only recorded 4 minutes. And I knew exactly what I was going to say. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about behind the scenes. I'm now going to show you the editing process, which is almost as important as the filming process. Yeah, so this is the biggest unsung hero of the vlogs. Not that laptop, this laptop, because it has got on it... Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. PowerDirect 10. Yeah, this is the editing software I've used to edit all but 2 of the vlogs, I think. Yeah, all but 2. I'll use Windows Movie Maker to edit the other 2. So yeah, this is it. So the footage we're going to edit has been copied over from the camera. So I can edit here, and there it is. This is actually the first time I've seen the footage. So it looks alright. I have my eyes mid-screen about, so either way, yeah, this is the most important tool. That multi-trim. It allows me to edit. Let's get my headphones so I can edit. Those clips. Like, doing this one-handed is pretty tricky. So yeah, I can now hear the footage. So turn it down a bit. Talk. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's pretty much what I look like. Yeah. So let's just edit the review. There, that's the point in which I start the review. So you can see I cut out that much footage from the start, and I've quite a bit more to go. So I'm just going to pretty much do this technique. I go to the end of where I'm speaking, and then I cut using that button there. And yeah, I'll pretty much do that for the rest of the clips. I have been doing that technique since the beginning. And that's all I really do. I just multi-trim it. Now I've got lighting, I don't need to adjust the lighting, but let's just say I had to. I would go to fix, colour adjustment, and then the brightness and contrast I can increase. So that's what I did, but now I don't have to because I have the lighting so you can see my eyes. Yay. That's pretty much it for editing. I can't think of a lot else. I probably can say it takes about 20 minutes to process the final video. Other than that though, there's not really a lot I can say. I think the light's in frame, so you've probably been blinded by that. But yeah, there's not much a lot more to say about editing, but it is really important that I get it done. You can't not edit a vlog, because then it would be 50 minutes and most of it would just be me not speaking or making mistakes. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see you in the Spectre review, and I think I said at the end of the review, but Matt, I will see you tomorrow. Okay, so Spectre is the latest Bond movie, and it stars Daniel Craig yet again, and this time he is following M's last words to track down and kill a convicted criminal, and that leads him on an investigation to find the Overlord and the criminals in the Daniel Craig era of Bond. Okay, so the characters in Spectre. Daniel Craig, I think I've already said it before, but he is one of the best Bonds at speaking. And yeah, he continues it on here. He always throws out wisecracks. And yeah, every character from Skyfall Returns except M and Silver, because they're both dead. Yeah, they're all here. I don't think they're as good as they are on Skyfall, although they're not covered as much, except Q. I think I mentioned it in my Skyfall review. He was my favourite character. If I didn't, I'm mentioning it now. Yeah, Q was great in this movie. Again, like Bond, constantly wisecracking, and he actually played a very big role in the movie. The characters include the villain, who is Blofeld, who is actually a younger version of the one from the earlier Bond films, I think. And yeah, he's personally thinking he's not that strong. He could be much stronger, I think. Like, he doesn't... Silver killed people, Shifa killed people, push every other Bond villain killed people. He didn't. He only ordered people to kill others. And yeah, that leads me on to my other points, the side villains. There's only really one, and he's killed off in the most ridiculously bad style. But I'm not... that's a nitpick, but the only side villain's killed off in a ridiculously bad style. There's also another Bond girl who is the daughter of someone that was used to work in that criminal organisation, which is Spectre, which Blofeld's the head of. She is with Bond because she wants to kill him, I think, anyway. I only saw the movie last week, but already forgetting stuff about it. But yeah, she was quite good. I didn't really have any complaints about her. Her and Bond's relationship felt genuine. And what is a Bond film without action? So yeah, action in this Bond film is really good, I think. I think some of the parts, like especially the final, when Bond's escaping from the burning MI6 building, that's really good. And yeah, all the explosions and everything, they actually have a purpose in this film. The explosions have a purpose. And unlike last ones, they're just for show. But then again, the action scenes are very predictable, I think. I think Skyfall had it just right with the predictability factor. This time, no, the fights are incredibly predictable, especially the train fight in the middle of the movie. Like, I knew exactly what was going to happen, when it was going to happen. Yeah, maybe I might have taken a media course, like started taking up since we started the vlogs, but I predicted everything that happened in that train fight scene, and it kind of ruined a few of the action scenes, how predictable they were, and the story in general was, for the most part, pretty predictable, apart from the very end. I think the end was quite good. Not going to spoil it, but yeah, the end was good. And any other complaints? I've got a few. I think there are too many worthless characters, especially near the beginning of the movie. The secondary villain, they feel pretty worthless and phoned in. The secondary villain is the new head of co-head of MI6, I think, and he's joining forces. Yeah, he felt very phoned in, and his story arc was incredibly bad. I think that was the worst part of the movie, the fact that the new head of the British intelligence, he wasn't a strong character, and his story didn't amount to anything in the grand scheme of things. And yeah, I felt he was very phoned in, and it ruined part of the movie for me. They could have had more action in the scenes he was in, but no, they had just him. And his story in general really wasn't that good, so... But overall, I'd say the action scenes and the characters make the movie again. I'd say it wasn't as good as Skyfall, but I'd say it was pretty damn close. I'd probably say 9 out of 10. Okay, so I hope you liked that review, Matt. I will see you tomorrow.